You have decided to apply for jobs in Germany, and when you start with the process, a lot of questions pop up in your head. In this video, what I'm trying to do is that answering some of the frequently asked questions from the international IT software and hardware engineers who are looking for jobs and trying to get a job at a German company in Germany. So let's directly jump into the first question, which I would like to give my answer on. So, how to make sure that I get a job interview at a German company? So, this is one of the questions that is very much frequently asked to me when I'm giving a guest lecturing at one of the universities here in Germany, or if I'm having a call with an international candidate, or when I check out my YouTube channel and check out the comments, or when I go to LinkedIn and check out my inbox where a lot of international talents write me seeking for the advice. So my answer is quite simple here. So try to understand what the recruiter is looking for, and that is what you need to be providing. The thinking is that the recruiter or the person who is checking out your application do not take more than 2 minutes to decide if he or her, if they want to invest more time in your application. And this is the time that you got, and this is how you need to make your first really good impression. And how do you do that is the question, right? So my suggestion is that take your time, understand the company, understand the requirements of the job, get to know what exactly the requirements of the job are, and then write those requirements in your CV and cover letter. Of course, it should be that you would have had that experience in your previous company, in your previous internship, in the last years where you worked and gained the experience. So do not fake it. That's not at all what I'm trying to say. But you need to really understand what are the requirements, and that's what you need to be writing in your CV and cover letter if it's hold true. So this is my first suggestion. So take some time and write and create the CV and cover letter in such a way that it is matching with the requirements that is being said in the job. So that's the first thing. And also I see a lot of times like applicants making mistake of not changing the company to which they are applying for. So I see like they are applying for company A, but it still has a name of the company B. So all these small types of errors, please do make sure that you don't do, because as soon as we see such error, we right away do not consider this application. So make sure that you are really writing in such a way that your profile is matching to the requirements, and only do that when you are applying for the jobs and when it's actually matching your profile and the requirement. So the second point is that do not apply for any job and every job. It does not make sense. Only apply for the job where your profile is, I don't know, 80+% matching with the requirement. So that's the second tip that I can give. While applying, make sure to add your credentials, right? So you have CV, you have cover letter where you are trying to tell the recruiter or the person who is taking care of your application that you have read the job description, you have went through the company, and you are genuinely interested in getting this job. So that part is taken care of. And then the other thing that you need to also make sure is that to attach your experience certificates from your previous companies, attach your degree certificate from your highest degree that you have got from your home country. So when you attach these things, like it matches with so basically you are building up the credibility in order to make sure that the recruiter is actually knowing that, okay, this is a legitimate candidate and this is someone who I need to invest more time in. So when you keep doing this, when you increase the quality of your application at the German companies, then there is high probability that you will get the job interview. So this is what I can suggest, or like answer to the question of how to make sure that you get an interview at the German company. The other thing that I want to leave as a side note is that when you are applying from your home country, unless and until if the company here in Germany is truly aware of hiring an international talent, then they will check out your profile. But if they are skeptical themselves, where they don't know about doing international recruiting, then no matter how hard you try to make your application good, they usually don't check out. So this is the hard truth, is that unfortunately a lot of medium scale companies in Germany are in this phase. So if the job description is in German and if you're trying to apply without having German, then yeah, the chances of your profile getting checked out is quite low. So yeah, only apply for the companies where the international hiring happens, and then your probability will increase in order to get the job. So I hope this question I gave the answer that might help you to tackle this question. So going on to the next question. So in which language should I make my CV? Should it be in English or German? So this is also the very frequently asked question from the international talents who are looking for jobs in Germany. So my straightaway answer is that if you know German, only then create German profile and then apply for it. Apply using those documents. So my suggestion here is that you should at least know B1 level of German when you are creating your CV and cover letter in German. The thought process here is that yes, you can create your German CV cover letter even when you don't know German, but at the end of the day here, what you are trying to do is to get a job and not get the interview call, right? So let's say when you do this and get the interview call, so at the very first minute the interviewer know that okay, you don't know German, and if the job is requiring German for you to get the job, then you definitely cannot crack that interview. So if you know German, at least B1 level, then create CV and cover letter in German and apply for the jobs, so that the probability of you getting hired will increase when you know German. But if you don't know German at all, then just keep it in English and apply for the job. Yeah, I mean, if the company is willing to hire someone who just knows English, then they'll go ahead and yeah, check out your profile. But if they are not looking for English speakers, then you will anyways get rejected. So it's better to get rejected in the very beginning than to go to the interviews and waste time of everyone. So yeah, this is my straightaway answer. If you know German, create at least until B1 level, create the CV and cover letter in German. If not, then do not. Yeah, just keep it in English, and that's far better, I would say. So just as a side note, we have created a template that is very much well known or very well used in Germany based on our 2.5 years of experience in this industry. We have created the templates for it, so feel free to use it, and the link of that same will be in the description below. So I hope this answer provides you with the insight on which language the CV and cover letter should be. Going on to the third question, the question that I usually get asked is that okay, I have applied to one job, that job at a particular company, I got rejected. Now I see a second job which is more relevant to my profile. How can I convince the company that I'm a good fit? So this is quite a specific question, and it really depends on company to company, I must say. But what I can give is the thought process from the company side, from the recruitment side, from the recruiter side. Let's say you're someone who is in this situation and you got rejected from that company for the position A. So it could be that you got rejected for multiple reasons. So if you got rejected for the reason where there is no match for your skill set and for the job that you have applied, then you can definitely go ahead and apply for the second job, third job in the same company when you feel that there is a good match. If you got rejected for a first job that you applied at company X, and the reason is not about your experience and the job requirements match, but let's say the soft skills, there is a mismatch with what you have and the company is looking for. When this is the case, then there is very high probability that you will not also, your application will get rejected even though if you apply for the second job at that same company. So the tricky thing is that you will not get to know why you got rejected. So usually all companies have this generic template where it says that okay, hey, sorry, your profile is not matching to the requirements that we currently have, that's why we cannot go forward with your application process. Thank you for applying and we keep in touch with you and whatnot. So there is this standardized template that everyone knows about. So as this is the case, you won't be knowing exactly why you got rejected. Yes, what you can definitely do is to go ahead and ask for the specific feedback why your application got rejected, in order to understand yourself, okay, why exactly is the case, and improve yourself. So that is something that I highly recommend for every candidates to go ahead and do. I don't know, maybe sometimes you won't get the exact feedback, and yeah, by that way it's quite tricky. So my conclusion for this question is that it really depends. Keep trying, understand why you got rejected, and if it is because of the skill set match, unfortunately even though if you apply for more jobs in the same company, your profile might get rejected. But if it was just with the mismatch in your skills and the job requirements, then there is chances that you can apply for the other jobs at the company and you will go ahead with the application process, I guess. So going on to the next question, so can I be creative when I am looking for jobs in Germany? So yes, I mean, I think it holds true for every country, I guess. You can be creative. So yes, there is this standardized process where the candidates can check out the jobs in LinkedIn, in Zing, and other Stepstone, whatnot. Like there are multiple job portals where you can check out the jobs, apply for the jobs, and then go through the interview process. But yeah, being creative will definitely pay off. So one of the things that I used to do when I was looking for jobs is that I used to go see the job that was really interesting and a great match to my profile, and then instead of not applying directly, I used to contact the recruiter of that company and write to them, so instead of applying directly, I used to write them saying that, hey, this is my profile, yeah, I'm very much interested in this job, I can add value to your company by getting a job in this company, how about we have a call? So I used to take unconventional methods to try and get the job, and yeah, to be honest, it really works if I'm not mistaken, because at the end of the day, this shows the hiring manager or the recruiters that you have invested time and you are genuinely interested in the job that they are hiring for, and this is definitely a huge advantage for any company. So that being said, I would definitely suggest to be creative. Just don't follow the traditional method. Just go ahead and be creative and try to reach out to the hiring managers or the recruiters when you are trying to get a job in Germany. So that would be my answer for this question. So the fifth question, that frequently asked question, is how to answer what is your salary expectations when looking for a job in Germany. What should be the salary expectations for the job? So this is also a very frequently asked question, and my suggestion here is to do your research on your own. There are a lot of websites like salary.com, payscale.com, many more. Go to these platforms, put out your experience. It asks a lot of couple of questions where you have to be filling out your experience, your skill set, how many years of experience you have working in a particular industry, and after filling it out, it gives you the range of salary that you can ask for. So I always choose to go with the median average for that particular position, and this is what I propose. So this means that before you go into the interview, you have to do this research, and when this question was asked, this is what you need to be saying. So for example, what I would be saying when I get asked with this question is, hey, I checked out, I did my own research. Based on my research, I got to know that my salary should be around 65,000 euros, and this is what I'm expecting to get when I get this job. So this is what I did the research. I'm flexible with it. It's not that I'm very much opting for this number, but based on my research, this is what I got, and I'm open for negotiation. So this is how I would answer this question. So this being said, don't tell them I'm okay with any kind of salary. So do this research, because this shows to them that okay, you are invested, you checked out, you did your own research, and then proposing it. So things should work out really fine with it, I would say. So I would propose to answer this question, and I hope this is helpful for you guys as well while having the interviews with the German company. The sixth and the last frequently asked question: what are the things that I need to keep in mind while giving the interview at a German company? Also, quite some time I get this question, and my suggestion here is that keep it real. So that's one short answer that I have. Especially with the international candidates, I see that many people try to fake it a bit when the questions are asked. For example, let's say the hiring manager is asking for a question where you are not super confident in, even though you don't have that skill, you tell that you know that skill. So I would not suggest to do that. Keep it real, keep it simple. So whenever you know something, then you tell them that you know that thing. But when you don't know something, then just accept that you don't know, but give them the confidence that you are someone who can learn it and make it happen. So while answering this question, you should also give them some example. Hey, in my previous job, I was not knowing Java as a technology, but I learned it in such a way that I could able to get that job done. So give them some examples that you already did. And also, while answering all of the questions, when the hiring manager or the recruiter asks you some question, make sure to answer that question and give some examples so that they know that the candidate is not only telling the answers, but is also has done it in his previous experience, in his previous job. Yeah, this is how I would suggest. So keep it real. If you know something, tell that you know that thing. If you don't know something, accept that you don't know something, and give them the confidence that you are someone who can learn and get it done. This is what I definitely suggest. And one bonus tip that I want to give is that make sure that in the end of the interview, when the interviewer asks you, do you have any questions, please do ask, prepare some of the questions, and then ask those questions to the company. So this is a huge red flag when you don't do it, because company feel that okay, this person is completely unprepared, or if they don't have any questions, then it's quite a negative sign for the hiring manager. So please do prepare the questions and make sure that you ask those questions. So in order for you to make your life really simple, or at least know the basic things in order to find a job in Germany, we have created an ultimate guide to get a job and work and live in Germany. And the link of the same will be also shared below. Check it out. Like, it's a very small amount that we have kept it. It's just 10 euros that costs you, and check it out. Like, it's worth the investment, and you can definitely learn a lot from checking out this guide. So I hope this is helpful for you to take your first step in order to get a job in. Yeah, with this, I think I tried to answer all the, or like many of the frequently asked questions that I get from my YouTube channel, from LinkedIn, and from my many other places where people can contact me. So I hope I tried to answer all these questions, and I hope this will help you to take your next step wherever you are in the journey of getting a job in Germany. I hope these answers will help you to take the right steps and do the right thing. Until next time, I wish you all the very best and have a good one. Thank you. Ciao.